Hey everyone, this is a clip from a recent episode of the Men of Steel podcast where we talk about Superman and Superman adjacent topics. If you enjoy this clip, check out the podcast. You can find it at certainpov.com or wherever you get your shows.
And I'm a big fan of Alan Davis. I love his art. So I enjoyed every bit of the drawing and illustrations.
Yeah, that was the thing going back for this reread that I knew was going to at least hit very well, because Alan Davis is such just a beautiful artist. All the stuff he's worked on is always so gorgeous. Yeah. And honestly, this late 90s era, I think really suited his art very well, because they had figured out how to do computer coloring, but they hadn't gone quite into the 2000s overboard stage yet. It still plays nice with his type of pencil work, but it's not like the early 90s Malibu comics where it's a little too new. And it's not like the early 2000s New Avengers or something where it's a little too far. It still looks like a comic book. They're not trying to remove the need for an inker 100%. And remove all those things. And you get Alan Davis, who is just this gorgeous linesmith, just making everyone look so beautiful, so cool, just fun characters, and draws young people really well. They all have this youthful energy to them that a lot of comic artists make teenagers look like just slightly smaller adults, and it doesn't really quite feel young. They just feel like it's adults for a different perspective.
And that was one of the wonderful things about the reboot time frame, right? The artist then did that. But the cool thing is, and I'm not sure if you all remember this, but Alan Davis, he was pretty much the cover artist for the LSH title throughout the 90s, right? And he creates great covers.
Yeah, I mean, his style had become very associated with the Legion at this point, so that also kind of added to it. And I guess that also contributes to why he would want to do the Silver Age stuff, because he had been doing all of the modern stuff at that point for several years.
Absolutely. It was funny. It didn't hit me until I was reading those flashbacks at the end when they're kind of telling the story about Lex and his plan. And I saw Batman, and I said, oh my God, this is the dude that drew Batman Year 2.
Yeah, the infamous book where Batman takes the gun of Joe Chill to fight the Grim Reaper.
Exactly. Love
it. For people not familiar with it, Batman Year 2 is the story that was the inspiration for Batman Mask of the Phantasm.
That's right.
I would say Phantasm's better, but...
I would agree with that. I would actually agree with that.
There's certainly a reason to love it, but usually... Here one's usually the one people like more.
You never get to hear him say "eat lead, punk." So
Remember, if you like the clip, after you're done liking and subscribing, check out certainpov.com, where you can find more episodes of the show, as well as a ton of other great shows.